Hello tubers, we're doing a bit of a project today. Hope you can see me. What we're up to is we're making a bit of a thing so I can pull things with a ball hitch behind the Fastrac because the hitch is too high. And I had a thing before to do it, but it's all rotted, which is there. When I went to put it on the other day, it just didn't look safe. That is the ball hitch off it, it was at the back. So we're making another thing here. We're basically making a really strong steel. We're going to put a ball hitch in the middle so it fixes on the linkage arms, and these are going to get welded, one on each side like that, and then one on the top, and the ball hitch on the other side so you can tow a stock box and things like that, because it's not always you want something massive on there. And the good thing about this is you can level to put it where you want. When you've got it on the actual hitch itself, it's too high, and also it's too close in to reverse, and this is a little bit further back and it makes it easier to reverse these things. So we've welded up a good bit of it. I don't know if you can see that. It's not the most prettiest welds on YouTube, but and that bit at the gap at the far end, we're going to do something with that, maybe cut a slice in it and hit it in with a hammer to weld it. The ball hitch itself will go on this bit here, and then I've got another top link thing here. It's going to get welded up there like that. So I will show you as we go on. Just show you this now. I've said this on one of my very first videos. Make sure you get that first weld down really well to bite in there and sort of push it in. You can feel yourself pushing the rod in like that, and then you can do a couple of little ones, capping ones, a couple of little smaller beads on top, then a capping one. So this one is on now, and I've done it on the inside a bit as well, so that's strong enough. I'll finish off welding this now, and then we'll move on to cleaning that one up and putting it there. So here we go. Right guys, here we are. We welded them two on. We're going to deal with that now. It's a bit rounded, which is a pain, but we'll get it on there some shape. I desperately need this to use tomorrow, so we've got to get it done. So here we are. We'll deal with this somehow as well. It's probably strong enough without it, but maybe if I just cut a piece of steel and put it there and weld it, I'll see now in a minute. So there we go, we'll try that now. It's never going to be pretty, but if you see, it was rounded there, and the idea was to keep at each corner and let it flow into the middle to get a good strong weld, but not necessarily a pretty weld. I've got 2 good strong welds on the top. So there we are, we've got that on. Did the same on the other side. Here we are. Now we're going to try and deal with this hitch on the bottom. That's the one that was off the other one. I don't particularly want to put that one on. Where's the other one? I found that one there. Right guys, you saw me do that welding before. That is the original hitch off it, which I can weld on. But I don't want to put that one in. I want to put this one on, which is a lot better, and I want it bolted on if I can. That's how it's going to be, but I'm sure a lot of you who do work like this realise that drilling steel can be a real ball ache. Sometimes it'll just happen, and sometimes it won't if it's a bit of a weird steel or you've got shit drill bits. And I haven't got my mag drill here. My cousin's, well, not my drill, my cousin's mag drill. So if I had the mag drill, it'll be a 5-minute job. So this is going to be hit or miss now, whether I can drill these holes. So hopefully, with a cross fingers, I can get these done. Right guys and gals, we've managed to do that with that little drill. It's hotter than Marilyn Monroe without any knickers on. Shouldn't have done it with that one really. But we managed to get a drill bit out of a press and sharpen her up with a grinder and bore our way through. So hold on, that goes over there, then we'll go in there, pull them out from the inside I think, and there we have it. That'll be sorted hopefully. It's going well. Ta-da! Righto tubes, we've welded the bottom of this plate here. What we did was put a couple of blocks inside, some steel blocks I put in, and I cut and I welded them on the inside, and then I welded it across there. It's a bit warm now, hold on. You can see there, I cut some blocks, offcuts, and put them in there on both sides, and then welded them to this piece and that piece, and then welded it from the back then. So that's solid. That's all welded, that's welded. Told you I did that uphill there. It's not the prettiest, but that's very strong there now on both sides. All that's done. We've got the hitch on there, bolted on. A lot stronger if you can get bolts on than a weld there, because them things are a bit cast and you don't know always. So, and you can change it for another hitch as well, so that's a good thing. So this needs slashing off at a bit of an angle here on the front and the back, but I haven't got a disc on the grinder at the moment worth a shite, so I'll do that later. And all we need to do is to spray her up and she's ready to go. Good. This hasn't really took that long to do, to be quite honest. Preparation with this sort of thing is the key really. Make sure everything is clean as you can get it and it welds easy. And otherwise it's a bit of a pain then. But my truck is still having its test done at the moment and I'm stuck without it. It is a real pain. I've done some welding on it and it's just the person that's doing it is just backed up with work and it's taken ages, and it's really awkward for me at the moment because I haven't had it for the last 3 weeks at least, and I can't bring lambs, can't take lambs to market, and I'm having to go tomorrow to pick some lambs up from the dolly. I haven't took them off the sheep yet. It's really bad timing for me. Well, there we are tubes, there's the finished product. It just needs another coat of spray on it. I just run out on that tin. It's just hammerite stuff on there. What I ended up doing afterwards is I welded in 2 little blocks, cut-offs there, and welded it on the top, on the bottom, and each side, and then did one right across the bottom. So that's worked well. Really has gone together quite good. I'm not saying it's the most prettiest things, but it's rock solid compared to that old fucking piece of junk over there. And this should probably outlast me, I think, because it's that much overbuilt. And being as though I've bolted that hitch on there, I can swap it for different hitches to use on the other tractor as well, because I haven't got a pickup hitch on the International. So if I can, I don't think that'll fit a trailer, but it's a bit of a pain with a pickup hitch on the International. So we'll let this dry, put another coat on it, and then hopefully it'll all work. So remember, please subscribe, because only 2% of you are out of 98% of people who watch all my stuff. So if you're all subscribed, it would make my channel a lot better, and I could do more stuff. Well, there you are, tubes. I couldn't go without showing it on the actual Fastrac itself. Finished. It's absolutely spot on. It's exactly what I wanted. It's one of them things you make and suddenly you think, why didn't I make one sooner? Because it's a lot smaller, easier to put on. Really overbuilt. And I'm going to be using it all the time. Like I said, I'll be putting this on my International tractor, and then I can take the chute to market in it, because you can lower the hitch to the level of the box. So yeah, this thing has turned out really well. It's one of them builds you just do and it just goes together like a piece of cake. And she's on the old Fastrac. It's the first time we've seen her for a while. So sorry to the people who've been asking to put Fastrac videos up, but I have to be honest with you, this year it's just been one of them years, and there hasn't been a great deal to video, and it was so dry and things like that. I haven't been doing the harvest as I usually do and things like that, so you'll get a few now anyway. Well,